change batteries in that soon too.
You can plug your battery in if you need to. This is at 94%.
I got another charged one in here too.
It's gonna help us out a lot if it's gonna rain, though, ain't it?
Yeah.
Good thing we mostly filled her up earlier.
That's it.
All this is the length of the trail. You sure wouldn't want to run out of gas off up in here.
Yes, no, serious at least.
Well, yeah, but we ain't got nobody up here that would know to call.
Hello, can you bring me some gas? Where you at? Some random trail in Colorado.
Nah, I can't make it that far, homie. Oh, tow truck.
Hey, can you get a tow truck out here? Where you at? A random trail up in the mountains.
Well, I know you get that on the name of the trail. I guess we need to go around the corner here, don't we?
Yeah, that looks like a campground. Kinda. That's a pool. That's a vista point.
Yeah. If it wasn't raining, we'd go up and check out the vista. Look out.
I think that's that Pikes Peak lookout you're from.
Probably.
Either that or that's the other vista that went over and just asked the Pikes Peak lookout.
I bet that's the Pikes Peak lookout though, where it went up there.
Some hell. Mixed in with that
A little bit. Or some 12.
We're not halfway now, so it'd be same to go out of the way the rest of the way out.
That would be nice if we could see the road.
I'm trying to defrost back on, so maybe defrost.
One day it wouldn't be too bad to get a little closer to the other and get a little rough.
They probably both will be a little rough. This will just be a bit rougher.
Trail would be better if it wasn't raining.
That'd probably quit again here in a minute.
Dude, it gets to rain hard here in Colorado. It don't typically rain for very long here in Colorado. I guess I got people I could call.
Huh?
If they ain't all out of town on family vacations.
Yeah. Some of your soldier fellas is probably buddies is probably still around town, ain't they?
Probably.
There are one or two sergeants there that lives up here, they probably are.
Yeah.
They probably know right exactly where you is at if you told them what road you is on.
I don't know about that. They're from Colorado. They're from a couple of the other towns in Colorado.
Yep, they still may venture out like this too once in a while. Narrow winding road next 10 miles.
It ain't really been that narrow, but it has been winding out here the whole way in.
Well, I thought the last sign said it was 10 miles, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't know why I can just say the whole 20 miles. You go ahead and say the whole road's narrow and winding.
Well, yeah, but if they call this a narrow road, they'd have fit in Arkansas.
Yeah, you can haul yourself a wide load out through here. Let's not from the corner. Hairpins, but
I could come down these roads in my dirt log truck. Well, the trailer stretched all the way out. It'd take the whole road, but I can do it.
you can drive the 4-bump down there.
Hmm?
Probably. I know it's a little long in the full trail.
Yeah, about 15 foot.
Well, you might even be able to bring you out a full 50-foot trailer if you just wanted to.
Give it time. Some dumb son gonna try. Well, my GPS said this was a short route.
How did you end up? Like there's a Swift truck down, like rained off. And so how did you end up there?
Huh?
And you got a UPS. You got a guy that lives out here. Get a UPS truck. I can't get my truck out there. I can't get my 10-foot box truck out there.
And then there's Dad driving. Any vehicle. The longest
Get my
Dad
truck.
goes to work like everyone else. Everyone right here.
So they get back on board there. Where the blue sky is, we're all over here under the cloud.
They don't do that.
No, I don't have any video of rain driving in the rain.
To me, curves are hard to tell how exactly sharp they really are. Some of them are pretty sharp, some of them ain't hardly that bad.
Oh, it's because you just see the start of the turn and it goes off of your view. Except for the ones that are like if this would have been turning the other way. You can keep turning right.
The old sun hits that rain just right, you can't see nothing.
I think this side needs to be wide. That Jeep ain't much different than this.
No, this is
They
stock.
moved it on pretty good though.
That's
That's a Renegade.
Renegade, and this is Compass. It's the same thing. It's
The
Different
Renegade
body.
it's just a blocky body.
yeah.
But they made it in like crap.
No, I think it's the I think the Renegade is to the Wrangler what the Compass is to the Cherokee.
Yeah. Renegade and the Compass, actually, the Renegade and Compass are on the same frame platform.
And there's one more. I think the Liberty is too. So,
Yeah, the Liberty's a little more fancied up.
but I think it's the same like
Yeah,
underpinnings.
same principle, but I know the Renegade and the Compass, they're just different bodies, but they're the exact same vehicle underneath.
There was one of them because there's a break in between the first and second generation Compasses where
Yeah.
it had a different name. I just can't remember what name it went by right then. Which way does it go? It goes that way.
Yeah.
That's a little crib.
That's one that just goes up on top of the hump for an overlook, probably.
You could definitely get some good views out here if it weren't raining.
Yeah.
There were nice clear sky sunny.
Or like it was a while ago, just kind of cloudy and
Not raining.
not raining. But the road itself kind of flattens out on each side a little for a minute.
What that sign says.
I don't say it's another sign. I need to see what it.
Eagle Lake Camp. Right.
Yeah, that's what that sign says. So that means you don't turn that away.
Have
Your
your own campground.
campground.
Private access road.
Yeah.
Imagine having your own campground out here.
That's probably not a. That's probably a. You can call it reserved. Yeah. It's probably one of them high dollar campgrounds.
But imagine being the guy that owns it. I don't feel like reserving it to anyone tonight. I'm going to go out there myself. Have the whole place to myself.
Imagine doing that tonight.
When it's
Have the whole place
raining?
myself.
I'm going to camp when it's raining.
Not even thinking to look at the
Apparently
road.
that road's a dead end. The one that goes down by the Eagle Lake.
Yeah, I looked at it. That ends all the way. All out there anyway. That's the one that goes out by the army to the military base too. Like
Yeah.
that's the one out, like not dead end road that it has. But there's a second access to the road up here a little bit. That's just like, because that one was Eagle Camps Road, and then it had a road over to the
What?
to the old one. I already cold it.
All these? The white pipes with the orange top.
No, not those. Well, there.
Over there.
One
There's a
there,
gas
yeah.
line pipe.
Yeah.
No, I see what she's meaning.
There's like a deer stand looking thing over there.
Oh. Might be what it is.
That ain't a house. It looks like several deer stands right against each other.
Built
or something.
together.
It's like a tower, lookout tower or something over there. See it?
Oh, I see it.
That Eagle Camp, being a private camp that had a road that leads to a military base, might be a military training ground.
That's possible. That looks kind of like something that could be attached to a military training ground. Don't it?
Yeah.
I bet it is. Something to do with it.
That's a military training tower if
Yeah.
I've ever seen one. And I see
You've been through one.
I bet that's why it says it's private though. And that's probably why the road goes and connects to the backside of the
military base.
military base, because it's probably a military connection.
And the base it connects to is the Air Force training base on this area.
Yeah. So probably from about that little street right there on down, it's probably restricted military area. What a washboard, did you?
It must be from all the Humvees driving on.
Right now?
They've already get the little washboard right here. I said it must be from all the Humvees driving on it. It still ain't no rougher than the ones back home.
This is
Been nothing but a county road, it feels like to me.
A little wider than one.
It's about as wide as our regular county road, a little wider than some. I just think, I don't know it, so I don't want to get in no big hurry going across it. Looks like it's trying to quit. Slowing down on the rain a little bit to get over.
Yeah, it has been kind of slacking off a little bit here and there since we come into the rain.
We're almost out of clouds, out of the majority of the clouds, so too. Most of it's down here beside us.
And on that side, beside us. Can you imagine being in the military and have to come out here to camp and train tonight? I don't know, Air Force probably gets a day off when it rains.
Alright. It's kind of harder to do when it's about this time of night though. The headlights really don't, you can see them shine, but they don't really shine hard enough to, bright enough to really help you out, but don't.
Just bright enough to reflect off the rain, but not bright enough to show you anything.
Yeah.
But you did have the fog lights on too when the lights were off.
Yeah.
I don't know why those kick on their own too.
Oh, that's just because the switch is turned on for telling people.
No.
They don't make a difference. You can see about as far with them on bright as you can on dim when it's just about this dark.
There's another sign that looks like the Forest Service road sign. I bet that's the other road I was talking about that goes back. Well, no, that one says 300. 300 is the one you stay on.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause that one says,
Dead end.
yeah.
That one don't say restricted though.
No, it just says dead end. Oh,
I know there's another sign hidden in a bush that might be the one that says it's private.
probably. Should be number 15.
Yep.
We might get back out here in time to actually see some more of the sunset.
Yeah, I don't really look at much like a military.
Like there's a military training there.
We're back closer to civilization of some sort, though. The fire line.
That's what I was talking about. Unless that goes to the training.
To that camp.
I bet it does.
I bet that one goes that way. Like the
Now, this
small
is
one that cuts off that.
Yeah, this is a big, just a big major pass-through fire line there, though.
Well, there's another one. There's one that branched off.
Well, yeah, the smaller one.
Yeah.
Yeah. They probably went over to that campground, but that big one there's just a regular transmission lines.
It must be nice if the Air Force gets power at their campgrounds.
Well, we don't get that.
Not usually. If you're going out far enough away from the base to be in the field, you're gonna be in the field. You might get a barracks. If you do get a barracks, it's gonna be a barracks. It's just one building full of a whole bunch of beds lined up. Like the one on base, we got one. It does have power, but it's not far from the actual base. It's aviation barracks, so like we're slightly better than regular Army for that. But all it has is power. It don't even have a bathroom in the building. There's a porta potty outside.
Y'all actually have bathrooms in y'all's where y'all live?
The regular barracks has a bathroom
Yeah. Still have to share one.
with one other guy. Because you got a kitchen and then a bathroom off, like the doors on the side of the kitchen, and you got two doors that lead into two separate bedrooms.
Yeah. More or less like a
The
apartment.
Yeah. The only time we get the other kind of barracks is just when you're in the field environment, which is kind of weird because even when we're actually in the field, we get rooms.
Yeah.
Like in Iraq, our barracks has rooms. Or so we were told anyway.
Wasn't exactly intending on this taking quite this long to make this little circle. I figured this kind of made
That's a quick trail.
I figured it made some smaller loops and then maybe a wide off and made a big loop too. Apparently it do not.
Here's the big one. And we're going to a military base.
Well, this might be the small one. This is
Well, I guess there is a
small.
little smaller of one. If you take a left at the four-way instead of going straight, it's a little bit shorter. What's that sound? Oh, it's just a gate.
Yeah, that's a gate and a fence. You gotta knock that pipe out of the way if you go through that.
Mile 60.
Yeah. Well, if it's 25, we're about 9 to go.
And that's if you stay on this road the whole way and don't take the left and go past that. I wonder why there's a motel out here.
Yeah, it's probably one of them hill country resort type deals. No camping, no fires next mile. I guess some of them little spots right back through there you could actually camp then.
Well, there's been some of them signs every now and then.
Yeah.
Well, the first ones, last one we seen said 13 miles,
Yeah.
but that was about three or 4 miles in. That one was.
Yeah.
So that one may just be a reminder that you're not supposed to be camping right here. That you still got a mile on to go.
Yeah.